Welcome back, students. Now you can see that the next experiment is to prove that O2, that's O2, oxygen is released during photosynthesis. Right, children, I know you are seeing a big diagram, and we tend to do this practical when you people come in class 11th, if it is possible, if I could arrange for hydrilla. But as of now, you just have to adjust with this much of diagram only. I have just shifted the camera screen so that you can see that the whole experiment is all about proving that oxygen, the gas which is released during photosynthesis, is oxygen, right? I'm just shifting the camera up now so that you understand this whole setup. What you can see as of now in this experiment, there is a bulb for the light source. Must understand, it's not necessary that it is only the sunlight which is responsible for photosynthesis. A lighting bulb, anything that is light, can also perform photosynthesis, right? So a bulb is there. For a change, I have drawn it. I could have drawn a sun too, but you should understand that bulb is equally, I should not say equally efficient, because the intensity is far more different, but it is also applicable, right? Then you go with the setup. You are seeing a beaker, a large beaker which is filled with water. This is the first requirement for the setup. And then you see that at the base, if you can see that this is a short stemmed funnel. The neck of the funnel, this neck of the funnel is submerged in water. Remember that we are taking a short stemmed funnel. That means the stem of the funnel, the length of the stem is very short, so that it submerges under the water present in the beaker. How we have to make this setup, now that's very important. That's why I have used this face cam to make you understand there. First of all, you take the short stem funnel, you take very small, this much longer hydrilla twigs. Hydrilla is a long aquatic, I mean it has a long stem, right? What do you have to do? Just hold on. So what you have to do, you have to cut it into pieces to make them this much longer, and then you will use these small twigs of hydrilla in the experiment, right children? Why we are taking so much smaller twigs? Because the funnel, mouth of the funnel is very small. In that case, if you take long stems, they will be plugging in the neck, the stem of the funnel, and that is not needed. We don't want to plug the neck, right? We have to give some space so that whatever bubbles are there, this area, I'm talking about this area, this should not be plugged. Just see, I have drawn the diagram and I have not inserted any of the hydrilla twig here, right? Because this space has to be vacant, so that whatever air bubbles are evolving, they just straight away go up. I hope you understand why air bubbles go at the top. They are lighter, right? You have put all those smaller hydrilla twigs in the stem of the funnel, and then you keep the funnel straight away at the bottom of the beaker, the way it is shown, right, without plugging the neck. Now the last step that is to be done, and that is most important, you take a test tube. After taking it, you completely fill it with water, and then suppose if this is the test tube and you are filling it with water, then what do? You hold it like this and keep a thumb covering the whole mouth of the test tube. Now with your thumb, the whole mouth of the test tube should be covered. You turn it upside down this way, and after turning it upside down, you straight away, suppose if this is the beaker and it is filled with water, you straight away dip it in the beaker. Make it sure that the mouth of the test tube is inside the water and not up, and then you remove your thumb. That means now the water present in the beaker will not be displaced and there is no space for air, right? There should be no initial air bubble in this test tube, and then you set up this test tube over the short stem funnel the way it is shown in the diagram. Now this is your whole setup. After some time, what you have to do, you just have to keep it in light for some time, and within, hydrilla gives very quick result, right? Within say 10 to 15 minutes, the students, those who attempted, those who performed this experiment, they start seeing bubbles evolving. First of all, the bubbles are accumulated here only because hydrilla, so many twigs of hydrilla are there, right? So they are collected here, and then one by one they just pop up and they go at the top, if you can see, right children? So in that case, the bubbles which are straight away going at the top, they get collected at the top, if you can see this, right? So at this time we are knowing that yes, there are air bubbles evolved during photosynthesis, but how to check whether these air bubbles are oxygen? So in that case, what you have to do, this was your test tube kept over the short stem funnel. You lift the test tube up, all the water will get down, fine, but still at the top I mean which is accumulated at the top, it is still present, because being lighter it will not come down and then escape the test tube, right? It will still be here at the top. Now you have to check. We know we can't see anything here, it's just that we assume okay, air is collected here, gas is collected here, but how we have to confirm that this is oxygen? You just take a glowing splinter. Let me tell you what is a glowing splinter. It could be a very thin 6 centimeter very thin wooden strip which is glowing. I mean you have added some spark to it, but it has not got flame, right? That's a glowing splinter. You just keep it at the mouth of the test tube, and since oxygen is present here, at that time the glowing splinter would be ignited and it will be lighted up, right? It will start showing flames. Excuse for this disturbance, right? Another thing that you can do, everyone doesn't have a glowing splinter at home, so another thing could be you take an incense stick. Everyone has it. In Hindi you call it agarbatti, right? So in that case the incense stick could be taken, and what you can do, it should be glowing, it should not be catching flame, but it should be glowing, and you take that incense stick to the mouth of the test tube, it will start catching flame. So whenever such experiments are done, these prove that the gas which is collected in the test tube is oxygen. Right, children? Very, very important experiment again. All the experiments are actually very important, and please prepare them as per the figure based questions, and you have number of questions out of photosynthesis in objective as well as figurative. So please give this chapter some importance. It's not general, it is logic based. So I believe that you people would be putting effort there, right? Another thing is, though I should be saying it in the last, but I feel disappointed. Out of all the students, I believe you people must be 50 in strength in 10A, around 50 must be there, but I get the work only from hardly 5 to 6 students regularly. I mean on regular basis only these students send the work. I have all started learning their names now. When they will be coming in front of me and I'll ask the name, I'll be able to recognize them, dear. So you should also create that impression on me. It should not happen that after teaching so much, when I face you, I don't even know your name. It shouldn't be happening, right? Ideal, be an ideal student, complete the work and send your work to me, right? Thank you.